It's the Broncos and the Hawks on Monday Night Prime Time.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington.
Tonight, it's our first Monday night game of the new season, and we've got a good one coming up between the Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, welcoming you to the end of Week 1 of the 2022 season. And the appeal for this one, it's obvious. No surprise it's been saved for primetime, CD. These two franchises involved in a blockbuster deal in the offseason that, of course, dealt that quarterback from Seattle to Denver, and now he gets to face his former team.
That quarterback, Russell Wilson, and his first game back in Seattle, his biggest deal, making sure he goes to the proper locker room. Let's face it, Denver had to have a quarterback. We're used to this franchise being one of the best ones in the NFL. 5 straight losing seasons despite talented rosters. Seattle, they experienced their first losing season last year since 2011, going 7-10. As we begin this new season, high expectations for both, but both with major differences leading their squads.
This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and that'll bring up second down.
But not the graphic that this fan base wants to see Week 1, Charles. They were hoping to see key acquisitions, some bright spots. Instead, we're talking about injuries, preseason injuries that have guys missing here in this one.
And even in today's football, where everyone does their best to try and have their starters ready for Week 1, guys still have to practice. They still have to train, and injuries do crop up. You're exactly right about that, though, Brandon. None of the people supporting this team want to see that graphic on the screen at the start of this game.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Time for our first look at the Denver offense, and of course the new face of the Broncos, 9-time Pro Bowler while in Seattle, Russell Wilson.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Now Wilson on first down. Over the middle here to Rudolph.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
Do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Gordon is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Andrew Beck, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos are on the board here first in the season opener.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Takes it at the 7.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
And after the Russell Wilson trade, you have to ask, will Tyler Lockett be able to extend his streak of 1,000-yard seasons to 4 without the only quarterback he's ever played with in the NFL? But the way he plays, a very steady presence who catches everything in sight, I think he's got a good chance of extending that streak and becoming best friends with his new quarterback along the way. He certainly looked like it on that 1st down catch.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And still about 3 yards shy of a 1st as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's caught. Lockett.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin.
He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well as this kick is good. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Phillips. He's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. Past the 20. Touchdown Broncos. Jerry Judy. 69 yards.
And the Broncos have taken the lead.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Takes it at the 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. They find some open field here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, 1st down Seahawks.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down.
44 yards for him on the ground in his 1st quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
12 more yards there and another 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Pat Surtain up to make the play.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Myers' kick is good. And they cut the lead back down to 4 now, 14-10.
So they're able to win that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take, punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Wilson.
They're going right back to Hamler. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Wilson will throw again.
He's got Hamler on the out route. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
78 yards rushing for him in this 1st half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Yards on the tuck and run.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man covers are so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from...
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Pass rusher extraordinaire, D. Ford that time, getting the sack. Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
No surprise to see a sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the 1st down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawks touchdown. From 19 yards away, as his guys have now moved out in front. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 17-14. So and it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This will be fielded inside the 5. And coming out now, the Broncos.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Here's Wilson to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So the Broncos coming out now. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Wilson. That's going to be caught. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dee Ford now with his second sack here on opening night. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Throwing is Wilson. Flush to his right. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Xavier Rhodes with a pick.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On play action, they'll throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports Halftime Report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where you see the final score there. Alvin Kamara, well over 100 yards on the ground with 3 touchdowns.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Russell Wilson and the Broncos set for another offensive series.
And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half two after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And they have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Here's Wilson. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with it or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So taking a risk here early in the new year, they're going to go for it.
They'll try and run for it. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Seahawks are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. A finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
The Broncos about set to go on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Now Wilson running left on the option. Gets past 1 man. Room here to run. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break up big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Melvin Gordon, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point from McManus is good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. Gets around him, and he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39.
104 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
This is the tight end Fant.
Just a gain of a couple there. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Seahawks are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will make this a 19-point game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
There goes Melvin Gordon. The 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Melvin Gordon. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
McManus's point after is good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be out right at the 35.
155 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 30. A very solid gain of 27. Back to throw now on 1st down. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Seahawks have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin. It looks like they're going to protect it here in this one. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. From the 27, Wilson forced out to his left. And this one is incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on first. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Goodwin able to haul it in.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now back to throw. Caught on the slant.
And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money. And feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action.
And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
The 3-yard touchdown pass.
And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like a real presence, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, what you're hoping for, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Phillips now from the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Denver's offense now set to go. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At their own 24. Wilson. And Rudolph has it left side. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
There's Wilson to throw. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Gordon on 1st down. Oh, he sheds himself free. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Tariq Woolen picks it.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
That is an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. Rolling to his right. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Seahawks, it's